This is Lesson 2 of Module 5. It is titled, Team Leader as Organizer. The general overview is that a team leader is considered an organizer when they possess certain qualities and fulfill specific roles within a team. An organizer is someone who can effectively coordinate and structure tasks, resources, and people to achieve common goals. Here are some qualities that make a team leader an effective organizer. 1. Clarity of vision. A strong organizer has a clear vision of the team's objectives and can communicate this vision to the team members. 2. Planning and coordination. They excel in planning and coordinating the team's activities, ensuring that resources are allocated effectively, and tasks are completed in a timely manner. 3. Delegation. An effective organizer knows how to delegate tasks to team members based on their strengths and expertise, maximizing productivity and efficiency. 4. Communication skills. Clear and open communication is crucial for organizing a team. A leader should be able to convey expectations, provide feedback, and facilitate dialogue among team members. 5. Problem-solving abilities. They should be adept at identifying and addressing potential obstacles or conflicts that may arise within the team. Nonetheless, an organization can refer to different things depending on the context, but in the context of management and leadership, an organization typically refers to a structured group of people working together towards common goals. This can include businesses, nonprofits such as churches, governmental entities, and other types of groups. An organization usually has a defined structure, roles, and processes to achieve its objectives. In a nutshell, a team leader is an effective organizer when they possess the qualities and skills needed to coordinate and structure the activities of a team, ultimately contributing to the achievement of the team's objectives within the broader framework of an organization. More than 2 decades ago, W. Edwards Deming and others came up with the concept of Total Quality Management, TQM. A systematic approach to analyzing the functions of any organization, TQM emphasizes wide-angle thinking and decision-making. Total quality management is a management approach that focuses on continuous improvement of processes, products, and services to ensure customer satisfaction. It involves all members of an organization in a systematic approach to enhance quality. Key elements of TQM include: 1. Customer focus. Meeting or exceeding customer expectations is a central goal. 2. Continuous improvement. Constantly seeking ways to improve processes and products. 3. Employee involvement, involving all employees in the quality improvement process. 4. Process-driven approach, emphasizing the importance of well-defined and managed processes. The concept of TQM was developed and popularized by several individuals and organizations, including W. Edwards Deming, a prominent figure in the development of TQM. Deming emphasized the importance of statistical methods for quality control and the role of management in fostering a culture of continuous improvement. Joseph M. Juran emphasized the managerial aspects of quality, advocating for the involvement of top management in quality improvement efforts. Kaoru Ishikawa, known for his contributions to quality management, Ishikawa introduced the concept of the fishbone diagram as a tool for identifying and analyzing causes of quality issues. These and other quality management experts played significant roles in shaping the TQM concept and its widespread adoption in various industries. However, Deming stressed that we must view systems as wholes, since a piecemeal approach will not produce. The only way to change an organization is to view it as a whole and acknowledge the team leadership that collectively determines its future. But what kind of administrative structure facilitates cross-communication and interchange among various subsystems? One reason many new organizations grow quickly may lie in the sense of community that early participants build with each other. A look at Acts chapter 2 and again at Acts chapter 4 shows a newly born church spending time together, building a sense of unity, holding positions in common, meeting and eating together, enjoying corporate worship, and taking care of each other in times of need. As the body of Christ, they were organism, but they were also organization. Progressive administration depends upon effective organization. The organizing phase of the leader's work usually precedes other administrative duties such as staffing, supervising, and delegating. Proper organization facilitates all aspects of the ministry. Chaos and confusion have no place in Christian leadership, but without this crucial dimension, that's what we'll see. The principles of organization encompass fundamental concepts and guidelines that help in structuring and managing an entity to achieve its objectives effectively. These principles are essential for various types of organizations, including businesses, nonprofits, and governmental entities. Some key principles of organization include: 1. Division of work. specialization and division of tasks based on individual skills and expertise, leading to increased efficiency and productivity. 2. Unity of command. Each individual within the organization should have a single, clear supervisor to avoid conflicting instructions and promote accountability. 3. Unity of direction. All activities within the organization should be directed towards the same objectives, ensuring coordination and focus. 4. Scalar chain. A clear and unbroken line of authority should exist from the top of the organization to the lowest ranks, facilitating effective communication and decision-making. 5. Span of control. Managers should have a limited number of subordinates to effectively supervise and control, balancing the need for oversight with operational efficiency. 6. Authority and responsibility. Authority should be accompanied by corresponding responsibility, ensuring that individuals are accountable for their actions and decisions. 7. Centralization and decentralization. The degree of centralization, or concentration of decision-making authority, should be balanced with decentralization to promote flexibility and responsiveness. 8. Equity. Fair treatment of staff and respect for diversity, creating a positive and inclusive organizational culture. 9. Order. Order should be maintained within the organization, both in the arrangement of materials and personnel, as well as in the broader structure of the entity. 10. Initiative. Encouraging staff to take initiative and contribute to the organization's objectives, fostering innovation and engagement. These principles provide a framework for designing organizational structures, establishing effective communication channels, and promoting a positive work environment, ultimately contributing to the success of the organization. However, effective leaders recognize certain principles of organization which seem to characterize good work process. 1. Organization should never be viewed as an end in itself. Developing organizational charts and planning programs just to look professional distorts the role of this leadership function. One of the stultifying diseases some leaders contract is drawing boarditis. We've all seen the symptoms. The patient spends a great deal of time in his office poring over books, charts, plans, and programs that have marvelous aesthetic value but never find their way into actual ministry with people. 2. Organization should always grow out of a need. Both objectives and programs arise from our understanding of people's needs. Since organizational development is inseparably related to those needs, ministry structure should be designed to accomplish established objectives. 3. Organization should contain maximal participation. Ministry does not belong to the pastor, the field director, or the board. It is of the people, by the people, and for the people. The wise Christian school principle, for example, will utilize department heads and curriculum directors by involving them in any planning sessions for the school. This philosophy of ministry relates specifically to effective team leadership. 4. Organization should be flexible. Christian organizations should not encourage spiritual robots. Leaders do not lay down the mantle of creative thinking nor take off the shoes of individual initiative. Since most ministry programs set up just 10 years ago will probably not meet the needs of this postmodern world, we must design organizational flexibility that can handle necessary changes to achieve the goals assigned them. 5. Organization should be participatory in procedure. All we have observed regarding leadership styles applies as well to the organization's participatory procedure. Autocracy hands down orders from the top and expects that they will be obeyed. Team leaders encourage open discussion of the issues and a genuine choice by people involved. 6. Organization should develop creativity in people. Far from stifling individual initiative, proper organization finds ways and means of drawing out new ideas. Leaders challenge the process, and most churches and Christian organizations need all the ideas they can get. When people feel genuine ownership of a ministry, they are much more likely to think through the best ways to do it. 7. Organization should include job analysis and description. A job analysis asks the how, why, and what of all tasks in the organization. Good leaders use several methods of gathering information for a job description. First, is interviews. The leader sits down with the person performing the job to discuss its various aspects and objectives. Second, is questionnaires. The questions must be designed to produce accurate information about how the job is performed. Third, is observation. Leaders watch people do their tasks and record their observations of job function. Fourth, is job diary. This is a daily, time-structured record of what the worker does, the process, and the results achieved. Fifth, is external research sources. Job descriptions are so important that you can find various resources to assist you in their design. In a helpful article, Bob Welch reminds us, job descriptions should be reviewed annually by the staff and by the church administration. Perhaps the church administrator, personnel committee, or other similar group. Any changes in job descriptions should be made mutually by the staff and the administration. It is a good idea to make a notation with any changes, acknowledging that both parties agreed to them. This will diminish the possibility of future confusion and disagreement. Clearly written, up-to-date and effective job descriptions tell an applicant your church is both organized and efficient. They provide confidence, stability, and accountability related to employee actions and interactions. Finally, they facilitate positive staff relationships, making time spent on job descriptions time well spent. What Welch says about the church is true of every organization, Christian or secular. Job descriptions not only help us understand how a certain ministry is carried out but provide useful information in creating effective evaluation procedures for that ministry. 8. Organizations should emphasize use of records and reports. A violation of organizational charts, line staff relationships, and span of control can never produce ministry effectiveness. To utilize proper channels, all our people must be aware of their relationship with each other. Leaders are always accountable for the actions of their subordinates, and each person should be responsible to only one boss. Good leaders secure from followers a written report of their achievements and activities. Such reports must be regular, complete, specific, and clearly related to the ministry mission. 9. Organization should include clear channels of communication, oral and written. When communications in an organization function properly, all personnel receive the information they need to do their jobs. Effective communication provides not only for sending the message but also for the reception of feedback. Rand Faxenian wrote an article several years ago in which he places the responsibility for such communication on the leader. You encourage your people to communicate effectively first by setting the example by being a good communicator yourself. The second step is to set a policy which will draw attention to good communications. The third is to back up your policy with an efficient management reporting system. Kalinske and Wofford emphasize that objectives must be accomplished through the various organizational bodies that make up the structure of a congregation or ministry. These goals may be influenced to some degree by a formal, systematic approach, such as job descriptions and organizational charts. However, most of the activities of a dynamic organization cannot be programmed or even anticipated. They occur informally. Formal means of building the organization are important, however, they must be viewed as only a first step which inclines a person to fall flat on his face unless other steps keep him in balance. Now, let us look at organizing the key resource, which is time. Every efficient leader has learned to invest time in order to save time. By organizing and planning our work, we give our goals much more chance of success than if we plunged ahead in a haphazard fashion, taking whichever task happened to pop up first. Christian leaders know that their work is never finished. They may have more or less productive days, but no day ever ends with the job completely finished. Selecting and achieving priorities should properly be scheduled before other tasks in the administrative process. Why does time seem to be so scarce in leadership? One possibility is that we try to do too much. Or possibly we lack both efficiency and effectiveness. We must learn to work smarter, not just harder. Remember Parkinson's law, work expands to fill the time available. But you can beat Parkinson at least most of the time. Consider the following 10 steps of time management.